says I'm live, but I can't bloody see it on my channel, can I? I really want to tweet it out, but apparently that's just not an option. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Step.
Oh, shut up, advert. Shouldn't complain. Hey there, Generico. How you doing? Sorry, I should get everything ready on the back end before I. Behold. So, yeah, behold, indeed. Right, you guys can see that okay, yep? Hey there, Charlie. So, you may be able to tell that I've done the shadow and highlights on the metallic bits while I wasn't streaming, obviously. But they've come out alright. Look how nice and shiny that is right at that edge there. Looking gorgeous. Using the method. So for anyone who doesn't know, the method is basically, it's not base Iron Warriors I was using, but I've moved the rack of paints to the side of the room because I had to tidy up and haven't put them back. But basically a metallics base Iron Warriors, and then it was Dark Tone, which is just a nice, very black wash, but it comes out very nicely. And then just highlight it with base Iron Hand Steel. Again, hate to endorse Citadel because look at this stupid fucking pot. Look at this. Citadel, everyone knows you do this on purpose. Everyone knows. Fuck's sake. I hate using your paints. But the metallics are by far the best. And then for the bronze bits, it was Castellax Layer Bronze. Gorgeous bronze. Absolutely gorgeous. With that one, I used the Strong Skin Shades. It's got a kind of browny, reddy colour. I can move it a bit closer. Which fits well with it. And then I highlighted it with the Castellax Bronze. And then highlight with... God damn, I haven't even opened this one. It's not properly closed. I literally bought this today because I was running out. And it's not properly closed. This is how shit Citadel paints are. I hate them so fucking much. But that as the sort of final top layer where it's ultra shiny, and man, does that look like a good bronze. I mean, look at the pad here. Like, you know, when it's like not on when the reflections are going on it, you can see it's just a very sort of muted bronze because of the thing, but then beautifully fades into. So I determine where that the bright highlight is, and such a good technique, such a good paint. I did the remaining highlights on the blue bits, so it looks nice and Thousand Sunsy, unlike with the actual regular paint job of these, which is hideous, and I don't understand why they painted it like that. But he's looking pretty swish, I think, actually. So I've got a few things to do. I've got to do the bits in between there. In fact, I'm going to have to grab a dark blue wash for that. I should highlight the gold as well. Even though the gold looks pretty good on its own, to be honest, but I should definitely do it. It needs a bit of a touch-up, actually. How do I like the Chicken Walker? The fuck is the Chicken Walker? I don't know what the Chicken Walker is. What I think of Victrix miniatures. Yeah, I've seen them. If I had friends who played ancient or medieval miniature games, I would probably get some and paint them up. Because I'd love to have Hannibal's Carthaginian army or Pyrrhus's Roman army, Greek army, or Anglo-Saxons. You know, I'd love to have all of those as armies. But alas, I do not have a friend group that plays it, so I guess I'll go without. I suppose the next thing to do really is the red on this to paint it in line with the rest of my Thousand Suns. Yeah, I mean, Citadel, awful, yeah, but their paints are good, man. mean, they've been doing this for many a year now, so they know what they're doing. It's the same with the miniatures. It's like, oh, it's a gorgeous miniature. Fuck. Now I have to give Games Workshop money. I'll tell you what, if there's one thing I don't like, it's giving Games Workshop money. I'm going to do this. Right, yeah. So another thing I've done on all my Thousand Suns as well is the sort of any glowing magical effects. I've done them in bright green, which contrasts with the rest of the miniature, obviously. So I have to keep this consistent. And for some reason on the original thing, like this orb where the head is not in any way magical for some reason. It's like, that looks like it should be glowing bright green, does it not? So I'm going to do that. And I think I'll probably do the tubes sort of bright green to suggest that, warp energy is coursing through it. And I also need to do the bit at the bottom of the thing as well. I forgot to do that. Oh, chicken walkers. Oh, right, yeah. I mean, yeah, they do have kind of bird-like legs. You gotta... But I don't mind it. Like, you want them to look a bit odd, right? You want them to look weird and otherworldly. Because they're, magic space wizard robots. So you want them to look kind of unusual, obviously. And so I actually quite like them. I've got to do the heads as well. I put all the heads on a sprue to make them easier to paint. So I got 4 of them, as you can see. Yeah, there are definitely Celtic army miniatures. You can get a Gallic army if you want. Army Gauls. Which again, to be honest, it's all cool. Like if I wish I had friends who play. I wish I had friends. I wish I had friends who play fantasy war game. Not fantasy. Ancient war games. But none of them do. And so it's like, right, okay. Well, what am I supposed to do about that? Yeah, I would think so too, Fuzzbin. And so that's what I'm going to do with it. That's what it's going to be like, whether they like it or not. It's no too bad. This is a spectral thing. Man, I try to wean myself off Citadel paints, but I swear to God, it's just so fucking... A lot of them are just so useful, and they're such good colours. Like the reds, man. I can't find the kind of rich reds that Citadel do in other paint manufacturers. It's really annoying. Because again, I just want to stop using Citadel paints. But too many of them are like either too orange or too purple. And it's like, look, man, I just want a dark red. And so I have to, unfortunately, resort to my Citadel paints, which I'm not happy with, but I just don't see any other options. If anyone's got any recommendeds, do let me know. I know. Well, I've been playing Warhammer since I was about 13 years old, on and off. And like through my 20s, I was like, oh no, I've got to be mature and cool, and grown up. Warhammer's for kids. Oh no, I'm not going to play Warhammer. So when I was like 19, I sold all my Warhammer, which I'm genuinely annoyed at these days. Because not only did I obviously love Warhammer, but it didn't make me any fucking cooler. I still had girlfriends and stuff, so I don't know what I was worried about. I don't know what I was thinking. But suddenly I was like embarrassed of my Warhammer collection. I was like, oh, no, that's lame and gay. It's like, no, it wasn't. It was cool and based. What was wrong with me? And then, like, late 20s, early 30s, got back into it with a friend. And then, like, about a decade after that, got back into it with my kids. And now I just do it for me because I just enjoy it. So, a long time, basically, I've been playing Warhammer. Give him 2 coats to Make sure it's properly laid on there. I was never into Warhammer Fantasy again. It's not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just that none of my friends played it. I would have played it. I would have quite happily played Warhammer Fantasy. I always thought the Chaos Dwarves looked awesome. And I wouldn't have minded Lizard Men either. They look. I've always kind of wanted to paint the Lizard Men because I always felt that you could do some great color schemes on them. And they're nicer than usual. I like dinosaurs too. Oh, I tell you what, my 2-year-old, she's like not even 3 yet. She's obsessed with dinosaurs. She just literally stomps around going rah all day being a dinosaur. Which is adorable, but like my wife was like, "Oh, I wanted a girly girl." So yeah, well, I'm afraid you didn't get one, darling. What you got was a dinosaur. And the thing is, it's not like we'd done anything to encourage her to be a dinosaur fan either. Like it was just the kids' videos that popped up. She just became obsessed with T-Rex, and now it's just all dinosaurs. In fact, today she's discovered she is a Pachycephalosaurus. She would literally come up to me and point to the top of her head, so I recognise that she's about to bonk me with her head, and then bonk me. And she's sitting next to my wife on the sofa, and just out of nowhere, she headbutts my wife in the cheek. My wife's like, "Fucking hell!" It's like, well, that's what a Pachycephalosaurus does, I'm afraid, darling. It bonks people. You got to live with it. It's just part of life. Apparently, it really hurt as well, and so yeah, not good, not good. But yeah, I always like Skaven were cool too, man. Skaven were a great idea, for a faction. Dylan says, "Hey, Carl, I'm visiting London and the surrounding area in about a year-ish. Any suggestions of a place where to go where it's less tourism and more England?" Well, anywhere in the northeast and the southwest is basically untouched, although it is diversifying, so it's not perfect. There are some lovely places: Bath, Durham, and just loads of like Wells. I don't know the northeast as well. I've been there once, twice, but not very many times. There are just loads of villages. Go to the Cotswolds. These are the places that you actually want to go if you actually want to see like England proper, and you'll have a wonderful time there. It'll be lovely and scenic. You get to eat nice food, and you get to have the proper experience of England, really. In Devon, there are wonderful tea rooms. I mean, you can find a tea room anywhere, but like in particular, there are very good ones in Devon. Well, I mean, you can go to Grimsby and Skegness. It's just be aware of what you're going to find. Like old ex-tourist towns that were destroyed by the invention of the aircraft. Cheap foreign holidays, basically. I gave Dan his Custodes Shield Captain. He was very happy with it, which is good. Glad he was thrilled. Again, it took me about 8 hours, so it wasn't even a great deal of effort on my part. It wasn't the best paint job I've ever done, and he brought in his first attempts that he had done using the advice in the video, and they were honestly way better than my first fucking attempt. So I didn't have access to YouTube when I was young. So you just had to muddle through. Like, he'd thinned his paints and everything. So, like, genuinely, if you took him to, a game or whatever, it'd be fine. He'd painted them as neatly as required, basically. So he'd done a really good job for his first effort. Hello, Sabian. Thank you. I'm trying to keep him in focus. Yeah, yeah. I mean, in central London is fine. It is the touristy bit, but that's where all the good stuff is. Like the Natural History Museum, the London Museum. There are art galleries, Madame Tussauds, all that sort of stuff. You know, not it's not the greatest stuff in the world, but like, well, I mean, the museum's brilliant. Obviously, British Museum's second to none. But it's where like the Imperial War Museum's good. Um, there is lots of good stuff in the centre of London. Just don't like get on the tube and go to the outskirts. Stay on the Circle line, and you'll be fine. You know, I haven't been to Madame Tussauds in a very, very long time, so I couldn't tell you if it was still good, to be honest. It's probably about 6, 7 years, something like that, since I last went. Took the kids there a while back. I mean, it was alright. I remember it being half decent. I'm sure it's still relatively good. Why would it have gone downhill, you know? No reason to think it would be worse. Probably less woke than it used to be, too. An American Madame Tussauds. Don't know if I approve of that. Not sure any such thing exists or should exist. Is there a Trump wax figure? I don't know. I mean, why shouldn't there be? It is funny that Trump is being credited with peace in Gaza. Like, you can feel the salt. People who do not like Trump are not happy with this. It's like, well, sorry. No, so the Nobel Prize Committee didn't give him the fucking Nobel Prize, though. So, really? Obama got it in like 2 months or whatever it was. Obama did fuck all to deserve it. Frankly, the thing is worthless. I don't know why. I mean, it's such a boomer thing. I don't know why Trump covets it. 'Cause it's like, who cares what these fucking communists think? But I guess, you know, to people of that generation, it still holds weight and prestige. But not to me. I wouldn't be interested in anything they have to say. I'm surprised I haven't given it to Greta Thunberg for climate eco activism. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying, well, it's kind of Tony Blair, to be honest. It's like, well, maybe, but Trump's getting the credit. Tony Blair's probably sick of getting the blame for stuff in the Middle East. And I severely doubt he minds Trump getting the credit too. Fucking this up quite significantly. I have not checked out Conflict 47. Don't know whether you noticed, but I haven't had any free time. Yeah, the woman who actually won it is dedicating it to Trump, which probably makes them seethe, to be honest. So that's good. But at least now we don't have to hear about fucking Israel and Gaza every fucking day. God, man, I'm so sick of it. I just don't care. Oh my God, did you hear the Gazans did something terrible to the Israelis? Oh, I couldn't stop hearing. Did you hear the Israelis did something terrible to the Gazans? My God, is this the first time? No, of course not the fucking first time. I'm so tired of it. Tired of hearing about foreign problems. Oh, aren't you sympathetic? It's like, man, there's terrible shit that happens everywhere in the world because we're not in charge of it. Not really. You know, you're all like, oh, can we have independence? Yeah, okay, fine. Now you have to be really concerned about the terrible things we do to each other. So do I, though? And I'm not even trying to be unsympathetic or anything. You know, yeah, there's mass human suffering on both sides. Oh, great. Like, I saw Richard Bacon being like, oh yeah, I was lying in bed awake thinking about this. Couldn't sleep. It's like, right, first things first, you're a disgraced ex-children's presenter who lives in a mansion in LA that's worth like $6 million or whatever, right? Like, no one is like, God, if only Richard Bacon would think of a solution to this problem. Like, there's nothing you can do that will have an actual impact on it either, Richard. So just relax, bro. You know, other people have got this. This isn't actually your fight. But you have to virtue signal. Oh no, I'm such a lovey though. I'm such a lovey. Oh, I just care so much. Oh, shut up. That's not looking too bad. I didn't do the other side. Yeah, I'm so sick of this fucking bullshit. But Richard, go to another line and just fucking relax. Not your problem. Man, I don't even know what he does these days. He's probably still on the BBC though. I haven't played anything. I've literally just gone to work, done dad duties, and worked. Man, I saw that Bosch father guy got denied entry to Australia. I'm going to Australia at the end of this week. So he literally went to Australia. They told him to fuck off, basically. So it's a 24-hour flight out there, and then he just has to turn around and get another flight back. 24 hours. I'm genuinely worried about it now. I'm like, oh, fucking hell. I hate traveling at the best of times. If that happens to me, I'm going to be so fucking pissed off. Yeah, I know. God, that video he did where he's like, yeah, I'm having 2 Chineses in one day. Shows support and solidarity or whatever. It's like, for fuck's sake, man. You know, you actually don't have to have 2 Chinese takeaways in one day. You actually don't have to do that. Go on a day where you haven't already had a Chinese. Like, seriously. Don't go on the same day we've already had a Chinese. You just had a Chinese. Oh, we should go and help that Chinese restaurant. Yeah, all right, let's go down and we'll just order a small meal. It's like, let's just go on a different day, man. It is weird. Absolutely weird. What do I think is the most underrated 40k Legion? The Minotaurs, probably. I don't know if he booked 2 plane tickets. Even that's the thing. I don't know how it works. You know, when you get kicked out of the country, do they book you a flight or what? Hi there, Ironcaster. Yeah, I don't know how it works, and I don't want to find out either. Yeah, I'm literally going on holiday. Let me go on holiday. let's get painting this green. See how it comes out. Right, so feel that this is not going to come out as well as I'm hoping for. Yeah, I'll message Chad actually. I don't know whereabouts in Australia he is, but it'd be nice to meet him. Well, I have met him. Actually, he came to visit us. Sorry, I'm just concentrating. Because the last thing I want to do is have to do touch-ups. Well, I'm gonna. We're going to Sydney, so we'll see what we can do. We're not going to be travelling around because Australia is, for anyone who doesn't know, Australia is the same size as America, so it is gargantuan. Most people seem to think it's smaller for some reason, but it's not. But it's also just mostly desert. So, but yeah, no, I'm not going to be doing that much while I'm there. Get some beaches. What's the weather like? I understand you guys are coming into summer, right? Yes, things seen near Sydney. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I did see Leo GW trying to sue the guy because the miniatures he made, not that they infringed the copyrights, just they could be used as replacements. Like, I hope he wins. Holy fuck, I hope he wins. Come on, GW. I could use literally like chess pieces if I wanted. You absolute lunatics. Like, anything could be used for anything. It's a fucking 3D miniature war game. I'm genuinely amazed at how belligerent Games Workshop is. Like, this, like, I just don't understand how you can be like doing so well and then be like, yeah, you know what we need to do is destroy our fan base. Yeah, those content creators who are making Warhammer content for free. Fuck those guys. Sue them all. This guy who's making miniatures that kind of look like they might look like ours, sue him too. It's like, guys, this is not on. They just employed like half a dozen lawyers who've got nothing else to do all day. It's so weird how it's so mean and inappropriate. Like, this guy's like, oh, I'm going to make some models. And Games Workshop's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Isn't there someone you forgot to ask? Us. Well, who the fuck are you? We're the guys who give everyone permission to make models, actually. Like, fuck yourselves. Absolutely insufferable. There, there's a 40k musical in Russia about the fall of Cadia. Jesus. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not like 40k is like the world's most original property. It's like, hi, yeah, I ripped off June. Oh, did you? Yeah. Now you're not allowed to rip off June. We're going to sue you for ripping off June. Honestly, someone should use that as their defense. Like, no, my inspiration was Frank Herbert's Dune. That's why we have a God Emperor. Also, wasn't it StarCraft as well? If I recall correctly. It was influential or something like that. But surely the timescales don't match up. StarCraft's got to come later. I've heard it rumoured. But that can't work. Yeah, monopolies attack their customers. That's totally true. GW certainly loves attacking their fucking customers, don't they? It's just so weird that Games Workshop is so committed to being an evil company. Genuinely like the villain in a story. Like, why are you doing this? We think it might be affecting our sales. It's like, your sales are great. How? Prove that it's affecting your fucking sales. Why would you even think it's affecting your sales? Yeah, just the laziest kind of content this is, to be honest. Yeah, go on, doing this bit. You know, I've got 4 of these to do, so this is a sort of test one. Then I'm going to start batch painting them. So be prepared for some really exciting fucking streams, lads. That's all I'm saying. It's a golden age of content. Painting of the sectar robots. Fuck. I shouldn't have did it in advance. I'll do. Yeah, this is the new Thousand Suns unit. After like 20 fucking years, Games Workshop descends from their ivory tower and gifts us with a new Thousand Suns unit. And they give it the single worst paint job I've ever fucking seen. You look at the box art, just Google Sectar robots and just look at that fucking paint job. It's like, that is a horrific color scheme. Why did you choose white? Like bone white. Why did you choose that for it? Doesn't look like anything else on the table. Absolutely anything else. Doesn't fit into the army at all. But the thing is as well, like in addition to that, it's not really a very appealing paint color. Like it doesn't look nice. Like there's so much, like it's not a bad model at all. The model is fine. Although it's a bit uninspired at the back where it's just robot. But I mean it is a robot, so I don't know what I'm complaining about. But yeah, it just could have been so much better. And yet they're just like, yeah, well, you know, fuck you. with Games Workshop, we can do whatever the fuck we like. Right? It would look better on the Eldar, wouldn't it? By a long way. It doesn't suit Chaos or Thousand Suns. Like, I'm sorry. You know, a bone white Eldar probably would be pretty cool. But with my Eldar army, I'm just not happy with the way they look. But actually, a sort of Wraithbone Eldar force probably would look great. Don't know why I've never thought that before. Chat, make a note of that for me. Wraithbone Eldar. Might try that. Yeah, and you know what? I'm fine with them ripping stuff off. It's totally normal. It's totally normal for people to see a thing, you know, something of another property and be like, yeah, I quite like that, but not all of it. You know, I could take some of it. Oh yeah, Howling Banshees, good point. Yeah, but the Wraith Knights and the Guardians would look cool in that. And I actually did pick up some Xandridas and Morghast Bone, which again, like, they're just better than the sort of equivalent in other sets. I hate to say it, but they're just fucking better, man. I haven't got anything as good as these. It annoys me. Don't like giving Games Workshop props. Striking Scorpion Wraith Knight conversion. Oh, that'd be a cool thing. Wraith Knight with a big Striking Scorpion sword and Manda Blasters. Yeah, that would be good. And yeah, I know Monty Python's not funny, Bumcrack Jones. It's just not. Did all my aspects in Bone White because I hate the rainbow look. I mean, I like a lot of the aspect warriors, to be honest. Like, I think they all look nice. But I totally see the doing them in Bone White. You know, do like the crests or something in colours, I would say. The aspect warriors are aspects of war. Thank you, Fuzzbin. Yeah, I know, right? There are so many creative things Games Workshop could do with what they have, but they don't, and it's so weird. Like, every range is really stilted. Like, look at the Emperor's Children they just released. It's like, so there's guys with swords, and then the same dudes who were created 30 years ago. And Fuzzbin, at some point I will have admin jobs going, probably next year. But it's just like, look, you could have done anything you liked with the Emperor's Children. I mean, literally, the field is wide open. You're right there, Russian. The field is wide open. Do whatever the fuck you like with Emperor's Children. Any amount of perversity, any amount of weirdness. And instead, they were like really, like, just sanitized. Like, where's the sexy? Where's the extreme? Like, these Emperor's Children look really tame. I was just like, nah, I'm not thrilled, frankly. Yeah, I mean, maybe, but the thing is, it's about the scope of the range rather than the models themselves. Like, the models themselves are fine. They're okay, you know, they're not bad. But the scope of the range is really narrow. Well, it didn't used to always be censored, did it? I used to have the fucking demonettes with the one titty out. I was like 14. I had like in a squad of those. So don't give me that. I don't believe it. Yeah, uniboob demonettes. Yeah, one titty. Yeah, I'm enjoying my Hobby Time fund. FUD. Sorry. Um, try and do a bit of OSL actually before I start on that. But yeah, I'm so tired of like how tame everything is and like uncreative as well. It's generally quite uncreative. And it didn't used to be like this. It doesn't have to be this way. Like, you know, there was no like no legal injunction that was like, right, no boobs on the demonettes. You know, nothing stopped Games Workshop other than Games Workshop. Okay, why, bro? Why are we reducing the fun? The shock value, the entertainment factor. Oh, because we want to sell them to kids. You were selling them to fucking kids. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of fucking BS. I don't know anything about that conspiracy theory, I'm afraid. I don't read any of the books. Reading books is gay. It's for nerds. Play tabletop war games like Chad. I've literally read zero of the Games Workshop books. I've heard that a lot of them are very good. I just honestly, I just don't want to start. Like that's the main thing these days. It's just it would be such a Sisyphean task. I don't want to begin because it's just such a huge range. I'm just like, you know what? I just don't have time. Well, I mean, Dan has a lot of good things to say about them, which is nice. That's how he got into buying his custodies. But I just don't have time. Or maybe I should do that bit as well. Like doing vents and stuff glowing. Always looks cool. And his face. Forgot to do his face. Dan is doing a 40k brokenomics in the economics of the Imperium and why it's only marginally better than modern day Britain. Basically, the Emperor costs about half as much as the NHS. I don't know if that's accurate. Well, we'll see about battle reports when I crush him. No, it's saying that he's getting custodies, which is it's just a pain, man. Like each one of their units is just devastatingly strong and tough, and it's a real nightmare. But thankfully, you'll have hardly any of them. So I will have to, with my 1,000 Suns, we will have to outmaneuver him, boys. So 1,000 Suns are at least reasonably nimble. Space Marine armies go. Surely my Mutilith Vortex Beast can take out some of his custodians. Thing is, there's not as much of a beast in hand-to-hand combat as it looks like it should be. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely more souls sacrificed to the NHS every day than the Emperor of Mankind. Definitely, in fact. It's so weird. It's such a cult, man. They genuinely act like there is no other form of healthcare. And if we get rid of the NHS or do anything to the NHS, everyone in Britain dies. Oh, God. Okay, well, I mean, I don't want to instantly die. Did a bit of SL here. Instantly, I fucked it up. Man, I keep watching, what's his face? El Miniastero guy. And his lighting effects are so good. I'm just so angry. But mine are nowhere near that good. So, like, there are just some people who are just so fucking talented, it makes you sick, doesn't it? Like, I watch this guy's reels and videos, and I'm just like, I feel like a teenage girl on Instagram looking at some model, then looking at my stupid, fat, ugly miniatures and just hating myself. Totally understand what teenage girls are going through with Instagram. My heart goes out to them. Yeah, into my spiteful mutant arc. That's exactly what's happening, man. Honestly, I stopped using Instagram because of it. Don't know what brush is that. Yeah, it is a Raphael 8404 brush. It's a very good brush, I have to say. Very impressed with it. Thank you, your progenitor. Yeah, I enjoy my own Warhammer. I mean, I didn't mind Instagram. It was fine until I started looking at Warhammer stuff on it, and then I started getting depressed. I realised I've just got to stop using it. It was just making me hate. Ooh. The card designer for our wizard game. Thank you, Presenter. Has just got back to us with a sort of a piece of art. Well, the sort of card design. It looks really nice. I really like it. What kind of 3D printer is it, Bumcrack Jones? But yeah, I mean, go ahead. Like, no doubt, like Samson would love it. Yeah, depressing. Depression is realizing other people have talent. Cannot being this. Imagine being this detailed in my BattleTech Mini Easy, the Catalyst or the old metal ones. Yeah, I mean, I tried. I did paint my BattleTech ones better, but at first I was painting them really shit. I don't really know why. It was just there's a lot of work to make them look really good. But like here's a Wolverine I did a while ago. It looks okay. To be honest with you, the BattleTech miniatures are not the best miniatures in the world. They could definitely be better. I don't think I have ever painted any Necrons. I've obviously been painting for years, but like trying to paint properly, probably about 3 or 4 years of like actual focus on painting properly. Not that long, really. I think the best thing I ever did was my Ariman, which I am still pleased with, even now. He just sits on my shelf because I haven't used them yet. That's easily the best OSL I've ever done. I haven't actually used him yet. So hopefully I will do one day. I'll use them to crush Dan. I was particularly pleased that the face. The face came out very well. But he was actually, I don't know, he came together really easily actually. Like it didn't feel like a great deal of effort to paint him. Like everything just flowed quite smoothly on him. I don't know where you'd want to paint. Where you'd want to play, to be honest. Oh yeah, I forgot about my little experiment with the lightning on the Terminators, which I was quite happy with as well. It's fun. Just literally drilling or like heating them up, little bits of wire into the power weapons. What video games am I into? Oh, loads. You know, like basically Total War. Quite enjoyed Bannerlord. I've been playing Bellwright a bit recently, just for the fun of it. That's been entertaining. Um, yeah, the Power Fists came out really nicely. I can get in. Yeah. The Power Fists, I think, actually look really cool. How I expect a Power Fist to look. Like arcs of lightning coming off of it. I am not an Austrian, no, but I do paint. Yeah, I was quite happy with the bolters too. I mean, these Terminators were just, you know, the box set ones. And they came out really well. The models themselves are absolutely gorgeous. Like, really beautiful sculpts. Yeah, I was pleased with it. Thank you. You know, it wasn't even that. Again, it wasn't even that much work. Yeah, it was a little bit of work, but not that much. Right. Let's figure out how to make this look not as shit. Hmm. Explain the rosary. Oh, Jacob Rees-Mogg explained the rosary. All right, what's the deal with the rosary? Never looked into it, actually. Weird, actually. Now that you say that, I don't know why I don't know anything about the rosary. Yeah, what the heck is this miniature? This nicked is a Sekitar robot for the Thousand Suns. After like literally 20 odd years or something, last year or this year. Games Workshop were like, "Hey guys, we've produced a random new Thousand Suns miniature," and I was like, oh, "Fucking brilliant!" And it's okay. I don't mind it or anything. It's all right. And so I got a squad of 4, making 2 to 4 in the squad, just to have a new addition to the Thousand Suns range. Because apart from the fucking what are the Beastmen called? The Thousand Suns. I don't want Beastmen in my Thousand Suns army. I can't remember what they're called. But apart from them, basically nothing had been released. Zangors, that's right. And these, I don't even dislike Zangors. It's just I don't really want them in my Thousand Suns army. Like I don't know if you can do an army of Zangors, which I think would be a cute thing to do. You know, like a Zangor army could be a fun thing to have. Like I'd really like to do a Chaos Cultist army where it's just like 300 fucking Chaos Cultists. And it's like yeah, this is gonna be gay. This is gonna be really really gay. Um, but I'm not even sure if you can do it. I can't remember which codex it was. I think it was the ninth edition one, maybe. But it basically stipulated that you could only have as many Chaos Cultists as you had Space Marine units. It's like, man, I would like to have this kind of fun shit list where obviously I'm not going to win, but it'd just be really funny making my opponent slog through 300 Chaos Cultists. Really funny. Like batch paint them in groups of 10. Well, just the worst paint job ever. Just use like, what are the paints? Contrast paints. Just paint them. Like um slap chop them. You know? That'd be fun. It's a really unusual horde army. Games Workshop are like, fun? Not an our watch, bucko. Don't you understand? We're tournament maxing here. It's like, GW, please, I just want to enjoy myself. No. Hand over your fucking wallet. I'm not gonna fuck this up. I'll try and keep it in focus. Yeah, what would we call the gaming company? That's a good question. I don't know. We need some ideas. A Royal Game of I actually have a copy of that in the office. I've had it for years. Callum and I were going to play it, but we never got around to it. There's an inscription of the board of the Royal Game of on one of the Lamassu on the Assyrian palace. So obviously some guards, like, 3,000 years ago, were having games of it when they were meant to be on guard duty. I mean, I imagine for a long period of time, as a guard, nothing happens. So I don't blame them. How will I handle my own minis being painted by really talented people? That's a great question. I haven't come to peace with. I haven't figured out a way of coping and seething about it yet. Very good question, though. Because the thing is, I'll do my best. Like, hopefully I'll do a half decent job. But they're going to be like El Mini Asturo is going to paint something, and I'll be like, fuck this guy. No, I'm joking. I'm really a huge fan of his, obviously. But I am in awe of his talent. It's just genuinely like he's the guy for me. So it's his command of light is so good. You know, if I could be half the painter he is, I'd be happy. Like, I'll show my wife stuff he's painted. I'm like, that is all paint. And she's like, really? It's like, yeah. Like, she thinks he's got like some sort of LED on it or something. I'm like, nope. Nope, this guy's just fucking incredible. I mean, there are loads of great painters, obviously, not just him. I just love the way he does what he does with the light in the scenes. Yeah, it's not coming out, chat. I'm looking at a glowing pipe yet. I'll do a kind of dry brush over it when it's dry. Got very watered down, very watered down, very bright green from the army painter. It's called Rainforest. It's a very luminescent green, which is nice. And, just jamming it around. I've watered down a lot. So it runs into all the cracks between the thing. Hopefully. I kind of feel this is going to take me a long time to paint all of these. I hate creating a rod for my own back, man. Just continually do it. Continually creating rods for my own fucking back. The man with the most rods for his own fucking back in the world. So yeah, every single one of these was self-inflicted. And worst thing about all of this, I've got a Coldplay song going around in my fucking head, and it's not even a good one. I don't like Coldplay at all. So what the fuck, man? I've got Coldplay Yellow going around in my head. It's such a shit song. At least it's not Why Does It Always Rain on Me, I suppose, but like... And the thing is, I don't even know where I heard it. I never listened to Coldplay. Did I fucking hear that? As Travis, I don't know. Like those sorts of bands from the 2000s all sound the same to me. I can never pick them apart. Yellow is Coldplay, though, right? Yeah, I've watched Space King. Space King's very, very funny. Put a nice catchy Radiohead song on. Oh, fuck off, man. I can't explain the attractions of Warhammer, no. I think we'd probably, yeah, Darkroom Minis. I will definitely send you something. I've got you in the Discord, right? I'll definitely send you something when the game's ready. All right, now we've got the worst part, the brightest bit. Yeah, man, that'd be great. So this is just that same green with some white added to it, and some extra water just to make it super runny. Got to do that high, never mind. I'm just trying to go around. Shit. I'm trying to go around the edges. Get it. I forgot to do that as well. Yeah, I think one of the attractions to 40k is it's just quiet. I get to do it in peace and quiet. Get to just relax, unwind. It's got this kind of autism feeding ability. Like, you know, you're using your hands, you're being creative, you're getting something done. No, oh shit, not happy with this. Shouldn't have done that. I don't like Vallejo paints. They're too satiny. Yeah, IRL incrementalism. Just you know, you've got like a kind of autistic challenge in front of you. I don't like varnishing them. It's too much work. And it dulls down the metallic, which I don't want varnished. Have I tried welding? No, I have not. I do have some AK. They've been alright. I don't hate them. I haven't felt compelled to use them, though. Yeah, I'm not a fan of their paints, to be honest. Right, I've decided I'm going to give these... That's not dry yet. God damn it. Okay, fine. Right, let's touch up the base bit here. Okay. Seems alright. They've ruined Warhammer Bound, did they? I just bought some of that today. Did they? Damn. I'm gutted if they've ruined this. Yeah, I swear to God, something's changed in Agrax Earthshade. It's not as good as it used to be. And I'm talking only a couple of years ago as well. Reasonably confident that... Oh, fuck's sake. And the more you look at the thing, the more you realise shit you are and how many mistakes you've made. I mean, it's just going to be a tabletop gaming piece. I shouldn't worry about it that much. The Pope launched a YouTube channel. What, from the Muslim prayer room in the Vatican? Prick. Why the fuck would he have a Muslim prayer room in the Vatican? Honestly. Fucking, I demand explanations. I'm an atheist, and yet that kind of shit really pisses me off. Yeah, I think adding the white was too much. The green is green enough. It's quite bright on its own, I think. Yeah, well, look, I've got layers to glaze. Thank you very much, Dazza. Got to glaze some more. I'm not done glazing yet. I'll let you know when I'm finished glazing. Got to do a bit more glazing, and then I'll give you a shout. Glazing, honestly. Yeah, I don't remember the was it Francis? No, I can't remember. There was a base pope a few years ago. Obviously, he died. I can't remember what his name was now though. But everyone used to quite like him. I think the extent of his baseness was, "Hi guys, I'm actually a Catholic." It's like, oh wow, my god, guys, we've got a Catholic pope over here. Whoa, based. It wasn't Francis. It was one before him, wasn't it? Okay, that turned out right. Benedict, yeah, 16th. Correct. That was the guy I was thinking of. Whoa, this Pope based. He's not like the West is evil and should become trans. Such a low fucking bar. You know how the West can cure itself of its original sin? Cut your dicks off. What? Bro, what? There's got to be a better way. No, this is what Jesus commands. Like, is it though? It's been a while since I've read the Bible, I will confess. And I'm not saying I have more theological knowledge than the Pope. But don't you recall John 16:3 where he tells all his followers to cut their dicks off? No, weirdly enough, I don't remember that bit. Or that's just not how I interpreted that. I'll be honest. Okay, well, it's not the worst. Gotta let that dry for a minute. Yeah, shouldn't the Pope be against any other religion? I mean, you would think so, wouldn't you? Remember when it was just a foreskin? Inflation. Yeah, good point, bot. Oh yeah, John Paul II, I think it was. Or it might have been Benedict. I can't remember. Shouldn't the Archbishop of Canterbury be a man? No. Should be a woke woman, obviously. Duh. How else are we going to destroy the Church of England? I'm mispronouncing Canterbury. Am I? England fans chanted Gary Neville, what a wanker, at the World Cup qualifiers. Lol. I know I'm off camera. Sorry, Amandine. Um, I'm painting, so I'm waiting for the paint to dry. So I'm just relaxing for a minute. Yeah. I need to do the washes on the. I don't know what you call the gold part of the armor, like the stripy bits, the Egyptian bit. I need to do those bits properly. I mean, it's not looking awful, although that needs touching up. How does it feel to be so successful that you can get an audience to watch paint dry? Well, I mean, not that successful. It's only 129 people. I can't get more than 129 people to watch paint dry. I feel like a failure, to be honest. I do enjoy having this channel though. It's such a nice little like private getaway. Like, it's me and 129 of my most loyal subscribers, chilling, whining about the Pope, telling everyone to cut their dicks off. Okay, yeah, it's not too bad. Like I said, I actually think this is a cool miniature. And just like, if you actually give it a Thousand Suns paint job, it doesn't look shabby, does it? That's actually a cool thing. Yeah, mini painting Vanguard. But they painted a really like dull, dark grey on the machine bits, and it's like, okay, that's not very exciting. Like you can make it look like a Thousand Suns miniature, and suddenly it looks quite nice. That does sound awesome, Amandine. Do you want to send it to the PO box? I hope these are all the same size, because I honestly can't remember which one of these goes where. So while we're waiting for that to dry, see, this is the thing, paint economy, right? How'd you get that painted so quickly? It's because I don't stop. I'm like a machine that fucks things up. Really, I should paint all of these at once in a batch, but I'm not going to. I'm like a machine that continually makes painting mistakes. Do a bit of wet blending on it. I'm not a French machine, thank you very much. My good sir. Tell you what, I've got one of the green stuff palettes, and it is such a good palette. Easily the best paint palette I've ever had. Really like it. And if you put like a relatively heavy book on top of it, I've discovered that it retains all the water. It wasn't done on purpose. I was just being really lazy and I couldn't be bothered to put a book away. But what a fortuitous discovery that was. I'm not using a magnifying lens. I'm actually quite lucky. I'm 46 and my eyes are still pretty good. I'm actually really, really lucky. I know loads of people have got way worse eyes than I've got, who aren't quite as old as I am, frankly. Two things I've actually been lucky with, my eyes and my hair. For my age, I could have a lot less of both. Like vision and hair. I hope they don't go suddenly. Holy shit. Sorry, I've got to focus, so I've got to move quickly to do the wet blending. Wet blending is a good technique. You just have to be confident with it. And also skillful, which I am not. But that'll do. No, what's happened with the Siege Studios drama? I like their podcast. I enjoy watching it while I'm painting. What's the drama? It's gone. They tried to trademark the word war boot. Okay. I mean, it still seems to be there. We haven't uploaded anything in 8 days. What? Sent cease and desist letters to car boot sales for Warhammer up in the Wirral. Are you fucking serious? And so what? They've shut down? What? Okay. Alright, I'll watch a video, Darkroom.
Ooh-wee. Okay, so I think that we probably need to talk about this, don't we? C Studios faces Warhammer community backlash over war boots cease and desists. This is from Wargamer and the article is by a Timothy Linward. always good to credit the artist. So, UK-based Warhammer painting firm Siege Studios has burnt a lot of community goodwill in the last 24 hours. On Tuesday, it emerged Siege Studios founders James Otero had sent a round of cease and desist letters to UK war boots, swap meets for Warhammer collectors to sell unpainted minis or pick up bargains. So for Americans, this is just like a swap meet. It's where a load of people meet in a place, they park their cars up, and they basically sell stuff out the back of their cars. In the UK, we call a trunk
car
a
boot
boot.
sale.
So if you're selling Warhammer out your trunk in the UK, it's called a war boot. And this is just a generally used term in the community. There have been war boots going on in this country for years, and it's generally a nice kind of community thing, brings people together, gets them talking, and yeah, not the sort of thing that you should really be registering as your own trademark. Community backlash was swift, and before the end of the day, Otero had issued a full apology and announced that he's withdrawing any claims over the word war boot. I think the main one was up in the Wirral. Wargamer had seen the cease and desist notice sent to a Rob McFerrin, organiser of the Wirral War Boot swap meet on October 6th via email, Facebook Messenger. The message states that War Boot is now a registered trademark in the UK. Is it? Is it indeed? And as such, no other events, pages, groups or organisations in the UK may use the name War Boot or any derivative of it. Wow. I mean, okay, why do I care about this? What I mean, you know, there's hobby drama all the time. Why would this be something that would interest me here in my dark little room? And it's just because I used to paint for Siege Studios. If you go back to, I think it's my second video where I go through the CMYK glazing technique, I do mention in there that I worked for a studio. Didn't really want to use any names when I was talking about them because I didn't have a great experience there. Nothing really to do with, I know I've been on a few Reddit threads and people are throwing shade at James. I didn't really sort of find him to be too bad in my limited interactions with him. I mean, he's a bit abrupt, but I've worked with entrepreneurs before. They're very busy people, and you know, if you're working with them on whatever, it does tend to be business when you're talking with them. But this does kind of speak to maybe a bit of a broader issue that I think we're all kind of starting to feel in the community at the moment, and that is that of the encroaching kind of corporatization of the hobby space, let's say. I mean, we know Games Workshop is sort of the main offender for this. They're very, very aggressive in defending their IPs. You know, I mean, you think text-to-speech, all those channels that kind of got ditched in that cull that happened a few years ago. There's just recently been a chap, 3D modeler, that's had some pretty aggressive cease and desist kind of campaigns instigated against him by Games Workshop. And it's funny, isn't it? Because this hobby that we all love, that we pour hours and hours and hours into, like, how can it be that the company that provides us the universe in terms of their IP, all these lovely models, all these lovely paints and terrain and everything, why is it that people hate them so much? You know, why is it that people hate Games Workshop? And it's not because they make bad models, it's not because they make bad paints, it's because they are a corporation and they operate in the same way as a corporation, i.e. in a kind of cold, legalistic kind of way, which doesn't sit very well with the vibe of the rest of the space, I would say. Yeah. You know, this is our hobby, this is what we kind of do to relax, and it's distinct from kind of video games, really, in that it's very easy to kind of like take what you're provided by Games Workshop and sort of run with it and make it your own, make your own conversions. You know, I mean, I stick political figureheads onto the top of my Warhammer models. You know, maybe that's a bit more niche than most, you know, but this is kind of the opportunity that we have when we engage with this space, the freedom that we have when we engage with something more physical than a video game, is that we get to kind of put our own stamp on it, and to kind of have the corporate entities in this space pushing against that. No, you can't do your thing with it. You have to do our thing, or it's the highway. And that just doesn't sit very well with a lot of us, I don't think. And you know, this whole business with Siege Studios and the trademarking, it's just another example of that kind of corporatized approach to a space that really does not want to be corporatized. You know, I've always thought that it was a great thing that a company like Siege Studios exists. It does, to a degree, kind of legitimize what we do as commission painters. I mean, the way that they treat their artists and pay their artists, or not pay their artists, as the case may be, is maybe a topic for another video if you guys are kind of feeling this more conversational approach. But just in a general sense, I think this is really indicative of kind of we're almost engaged in a bit of a battle for the soul of our hobby at the moment. You know, as the Marvel universe kind of dies, and you've got Hollywood execs looking for the next big cinematic universe, and you know, we've got Henry Cavill on board, we've got Amazon on board now, and it's looking very likely actually that the next big cinematic universe is going to be Warhammer.
Rip
how
Warhammer.
does that sit with us as artists? Like, to what degree are we still going to be able to make this space our own? You know, and I worry about that, really, because I love this space. You know, I've been working in and around this universe for 30 years, man and boy. You know, and to have it be sort of condensed into this one thing, this off-the-shelf product, instead of it being a blank canvas for your imagination to run wild on, that's kind of sad. I mean, that doesn't really have much to do with the war boot issue, but like I say, I think we expect it of GW. You know, we expect that you know, a FTSE 100 company is going to behave in this way. But when you've got a smaller company like Siege Studios, you know, a company that actually had a fantastic amount of community goodwill, as this article stated, right up until the start of this week, to have them start to operate in that corporate manner, I don't think that's a good thing, man.
Nope.
You know, like I say, I don't bear James himself any ill will. I seen he come out and he sort of made an apology and stuff. I think he knows that he dropped the ball on this one. You know, he's a smart guy, switched on guy, and I'm hoping that the fallout from this isn't going to be terminal, because, as I say, I think it's a good thing that Siege exists. But I think it's maybe a wake-up call, hopefully for him and for others that are seeking to kind of like corporatize this space, seeking to own things that don't necessarily belong to them, let's say, you know. So yeah, that's my 2 cents on the subject. I'd be interested actually to hear from any other ex-Siege Studio painters about their experiences there. I mean, I know a couple of the guys I've been speaking to, they're quite keen to share their experiences. But if any of the other guys out there see this video and feel like reaching out, then I think it would be interesting to just kind of like compare notes on this one, because, you know, it's good that a company like Siege exists, but we can do better. I think we can do better to value our artists. We can do better to credit our artists, and we can do better. I think that we can come together as a community to maybe sort of build a better approach to selling and creating value around the work that we do as miniature painters. So, you know, you've got to make mistakes, but you've got to learn from them. You know, as my dad used to say, it's only a mistake if you make it twice. So let's ensure that we don't do that. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on the subject. Yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys think. Please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time in a dark room. Take care.
Yeah, that is surprising. And you are right that it is Games Workshop's fault ultimately.
What did Creative Assembly do this?
They made the space litigious. And, well, you reap what you sow, right? Like, okay, we're going to turn the Warhammer hobby and miniature painting and whatnot into a very legally minded space. It's like, okay, but why? Who wanted that? I mean, like, I have yet to see any compelling argument or evidence that anything that Games Workshop has done has improved their sales or protected their brand. Like when they were going after like the dude who made the Siege of Vrax and all that. Like, what are you doing? Oh, Astartes. Oh, quick, send the lawyers. It's like, but why? Like, what? Like, how is this hurting you? I just don't see how this has done anything to harm your company. And it just seems like free advertising. Like, if you're just a random person, you see this cool fucking like Astartes series, and you're like, okay, what's this? Oh, this is Warhammer. I've never heard of that. Google Warhammer. Suddenly, you're introduced to the vast world and universe of Warhammer because some dude made an animation that cost you nothing. Like, I just don't see where the fucking downside is for Games Workshop. And I don't understand the attitude. How is it they think that they're losing money? Genuinely. Someone please explain to me how they think they're losing money. Where is the... What money do they think they've lost? Yeah, Nintendo lost basically the same, yeah. It's just so unnecessary. And when I have a gargantuan multi-million pounds miniature wargaming company, trust me, I'm going to sue the shit out of you. Feel free to bring this clip up. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Short-sighted managerial nonsense. Agreed. Yeah, I don't like shareholding. This is why we're going to do a Kickstarter, guys, so we can avoid that kind of nonsense. Like, we don't want to have to answer to the shareholders. And trust us, you don't want us to answer to the shareholders. Yeah, at least you better sue us compared. It's better you sue us compared to them. At least we know you liked us before the second spite from Mutant Face happened. Yeah, exactly. At least there'll be that. Not even joking though. I would hate to be at war with my own community. Like, it feels gross. I don't like it. It's so inappropriate. Personally, I just like building goodwill. I just don't see why you would want to do anything other than. You know, like, the thing is, it's not that there's never a time where you need to do it or anything. It's totally fine. Some dude's selling, like, you know, the STLs, or that 200 STL leak or whatever the other day. Yep, totally fine. Go after them, obviously. Duh. You know, that's fine. That's direct IP infringement where they're literally selling your product instead of coming to you. Obviously, that's fine. But like someone made an animation. Ah, get him! Fuck that guy. It's like, why? You fucking freaks, there's nothing wrong. Like, for the love of God. Just stop. Right. Do I have something I can use as a fucking dry brush? I'm sure I clipped a brush down a while ago to use a dry brush. I have to get a shit old brush. It's not come out too bad actually. I'm making a sci-fi strategy game, Total War in Space. I'd love to have you contribute it to it. Email contact@lotuseast.com and they'll forward it across to me. Basically, I don't like managing my own emails anymore. Trust me, you'll understand why when it comes to it one day. No, it's just such a fucking pain. I have lots of employees. I shouldn't have to manage my own fucking emails, man. Right. How's it looking? What do you think, gang? Do I need a slightly darker green? If I do, will I regret it? I might try it. I might try it. I'll come to curse you all when you didn't stop me from doing it. Where are we? There. Oh, that's come out all right, actually. Pipes with energy in. Maybe I will try a little bit darker. I'm gonna. This is your fault, chat. Yeah, I'm beating the devil out of the brush. Destroying my piece of why can't I think of what it's called? Oh my god, I'm getting Alzheimer's. Paper, tissue, kitchen roll. Yeah, I think that's definitely needed actually. Just to emphasize the grooves. Problem is this little brush barely holds any paint, and when you dry brush it all off, there's actually nothing left on there. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, that's definitely better, isn't it? Needed the darker green on that. Sorry, folks, I'm a bit focused. Just realised I have to push quite hard. Okay. So overall, that basically came out alright. Not perfect, but essentially what I was after. Do these gold bits. Just using the dark skin tone for these. I'll touch that once that's dried. Highlight it with the gold again on it. The good thing about wash is just how easy and quick they go on. They're so good. I remember back when I was like 13, 14, doing painting, I never had any washes. I didn't have shit. I didn't know anything. I just had shit paints. I mean, I remember using oil paints, having to thin them with terps, which was not great. Probably explains why I'm a retard now. Sorry, I'm just focusing. Okay, that looks all right. Get a nice dark line between the sections. That highlight once it's dried. So back to the Castellax bronze. Give it just once over on the high bits. Beak. See, when you can feel there's a kind of rush of energy when you're getting near the end of the model. Oh yeah, he's nearly done. Fucking brilliant. Because for me, I just like having them completed. I like having a nice, half decent painted army. It doesn't have to be fucking Golden Demon winning or anything. I just like it to be reasonably high quality. So when it's on the table and when they're all in formation and they're all quite well painted, there's nothing better, man. The whole army just looks coherent and it all comes together and looks lovely. Such a nice thing. I can't remember the last time I played. It must have been when I was a kid. I played with an unpainted army, and it still makes me feel dirty. I hate unpainted armies. I'm glad Games Workshop introduced a penalty for it, actually. But yeah, paint your fucking miniatures, you lazy shits. It's called a pile of shame for a reason. You know, you don't have to do masterwork on each miniature. Just make it so I feel like you're putting a little bit of effort. And this isn't just a piece of plastic on the table. That's not too much to ask. How's all Specs Tactics doing, by the way? YouTube has stopped making him pop up in my feed for some reason. Yeah, Fizz been well. Just letting you know, not everyone has to be a work of art. Oh, that's not looking too bad, is it? It's all right. Okay, that's good. Whenever I want to watch a video of his, I have to manually look up his channel. Weirdly, don't know why YouTube is like being weird about it. I tell you, he's a good painter. I saw one of his tournament armies, and the whole army looked great. And I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, Sector robots. Yeah, I can't remember where I saw it, but it was really good. What about Mordy and Glory? How's he doing? I haven't been watching that much in the scene recently. You can get these just off the GW website now. Don't have to get the box to get them. I like Mordy and Glory. I used to just listen to his streams where he's just shitposting with his chat. It's quite fun. You know, he's just a obviously really likable kid, and obviously really enjoys his Imperial Guard. He's fence sitting too hard on what? What's he fence sitting on? He doesn't seem like a fence sitter. Hard to believe he's sitting on fences. Sitting on fences is gay. Doesn't sound like Morning Glory I know. Yeah, I like him. Good lad. What's he fence sitting about? I still have a couple of little things to do, but I think for now we'll call that an evening, and I think I'll just put his little cowl on because I want to see how it looks. Thank you, Unicorn Eye Lasers. I'm glad too. Yeah, come on, chat. What was Mordian fencing about? Well, you can't go wrong with Khorne's colour scheme, to be honest. Sitting on the fence about GW being awful. How do you sit on the fence on that? How's this cow go on? That seems a bit tight. I'm gonna have to look it up. Oh yeah, that is pretty tight over the bit in the middle, isn't it? I thought all the GW stuff was made in Nottingham. It seems to make sense that it would be. Right, okay, that is pretty down. Okay, that's it. Shit. So there is a little ridge there. Good. Right, okay, I got it. I got it. Printing's done in China. Fucking hell, GW. Absolute sellouts. Now I can't even say, oh well, you know, at least it's a UK company. Got to support them. Got to support our own. Can't even do that now, GW. Lost all the goodwill that you had. Oh shit. Fuck. Okay, I mean, looks alright. I'm not unhappy with it. Oh yeah, I'm left-handed. Yeah. Not far off the box art? What are you talking about? The box art looks shit. Yeah, it's alright. I mean, I could have put more work into it, obviously. But gay, says Kiefer. At least you're a channel member. I'll tell you what, I'll let you get away with it. But I like the fact that it looks like a Thousand Suns miniature now. I'm happy with that. Should blend into the rest of my Thousand Suns army. All I have to do is put some sand on the base. Yeah, very Egyptian, right? Oh, Keefy threatening me now, Jesus. Yeah, the sinister leftist. Well, I mean, my painting has improved over the course of time, so my earlier Thousand Suns are far less impressive than my later ones. Yeah, I need to base him next, obviously. Thank you, Michael, for the recommendation. Yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, I got to base him. I don't know what I've done with my sand and whatnot. But I'll have to dig that out for the next time. But right, I guess we can start on number 2. So like I said, we've got 4 of these to get through, boys. But overall, not shabby. I won't be disappointed to run these on the table. Hopefully they'll do a good job. Although I've got to say, the ballistic skill of 4+, I was a bit like, ugh. Why? Why do they have a ballistic skill of 4+? Bit of a weird thing, isn't it? Anyway, right. Thanks for joining me, folks, and I'll see you next time.